trying to save it before working the we are smart computer and I media is the mode. Our topic is formal communication, the major factor to run a successfully a business. So the major of the communication is business is influence and it display a significant role. In modern world, it is so important to successfully run a business. Employees need a more formal to communicate their customer. If the formal communication is telecommunication, it is helpful to employee. It is helpful to employee to provide their service. Scope and limitation. There are some scope. There are reaction of the customer, correlation between the customer and the calling time. Otherwise, to build up the customer relationship. And there are some limitation. Time limitation of data, lack of experience. Overview. We use our phone server telecom limited. It is located at Bonani in Dhaka. Sargovan Telecom Limited journey at 2008 only 15 employees and they now 92 employees. Organization partner Sargo Telecommunication has some organization partner. They are Bangladesh Association of Software and Information Service, Commonwealth of Virginia and Ontario business. Sargo Telecom provides many kinds of service like website development, customer software development, logo design, games and apps. Thank you everyone. Now we move to our team member.
Hello everyone, I'm Khairul Hassan and I'm here to present the 4 things of our report. So here Sargo Telecom's mission. Their mission is to get new enriched solution for desktop, web and mobile environment. So their core competencies are in Microsoft, net and open source technologies and the ability to combine offshore and local engineering resource for the benefit of our customer and our clients. So they have mission. Their main business goal is to offer high quality software development software in a flexible and cost effective ways. And they are very passionate to get their mission within a short time. So we have one hypothesis, and that is formal telecommunication helps to build a good customer relationship. And we also took some methodologies. So these are a sample of selection of samples. So we took 15 samples and then we collect data. And data collection includes primary and secondary parts. Primary data collection includes survey questions. We prepared some survey questionnaire and we surveyed those questionnaires. And secondary data collection was a couple of articles, literature review, and journals and articles and blogs. And then after once we have done all the methods, and then we start our writing for our research. So that's all from me, and now we present.
Hi everyone, I'm Rasul Hamadar. Thank you so much for giving this call. So I'll be explaining a couple of questions. Questions result, right, from the analysis part. So this is a question where we asked in such a way like what would be the best approach to communicate with the customer. So it was found that 73% of our respondents answered that formal communication would be the best approach to communicate. 20% answered that no, it's informal. Informal would be the best way to communicate. And 7% answered it might be the email. It would be the email. Alright. So here overall we can get like if I look at the formal communication, it would be given the highest priority. Right. So it's gonna be the according to as per their actually response, that they showed up, we can say like, yeah, formal communication would be the best approach to communicate with the customer. Next question was, how perfect is it? Right? We asked in a different way, but this was asked through our questions. Here, the way we decorated our options, it was in a form of percentage, like 0 to 20%, 20 to 40% in such a way. They answered that 20% of them answered 60 to 80%. Right? It's perfect. 60 to 80% they are actually expressing their opinion in such a way. And 40% said it would be in between 20 to 40%. Right? And then 40 to 60% was answered by 33% of our respondents. Right? So from this you can see, like, it's good enough to get started, communicate, with the customers by following the pattern of formal communication. Right? Then next question was like, time a customer allows in a call. How much time do you get from a customer within a call? Alright? So options are like this, like 1 to 2 minutes, or 2 to 4 minutes, 4 to 6 minutes, or 6 minutes or above, something like that. Most of them answered within 1 to 6 minutes. That they are not going to give you more than 6 minutes within a call. That's what they actually answered in such a way. And I would like to go for another question, that is, time should be spent on a call, based on a common sense, something like that. What would be the standard time that we are supposed to spend on a call? And we tried to check this out through their response. They said like, within 1 to 6 minutes it would be good enough to be the standard time for spending within a call, something like that. You can see like 5 people answered 1 to 2 minutes, and 8 people out of 15 people, 8 people answered, no, it's 2 to 4 minutes. And again, you can see 2 people answered out of them 4 to 6 minutes. So in overall, if we arrange this, add this up together, it becomes like 1 to 6 would be the good enough for spending with a call, something like that. And common reaction from customers. What are the common reactions that we get from a customer while we are actually making call to them? Right? Options are like friendly, irritative, or neutral. What would be the common reaction? 33% said it's friendly, right? And 27% said it's irritating. And other 40%, you can see, they say no, it's neutral. So in overall, if we say friendly and neutral, these are part of positive environment, something like that. So in overall, you can say yes, this is a positive reaction that you can expect from a customer when you're actually making call to them, something like that. That's how it is. And now I would like to call up my next group member to explain the rest of the questionnaires. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Russell. I'm Mubitul Islam, and I'm going to present the rest of our analysis part. Russell was discussing about what kind of response they get, and here that question is pretty much related with this question, the appropriate time to communicate with a customer. And here we see 47% employees voted for 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. They think this is the appropriate time to communicate with their customer, and 40% employees think 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. That means during noon time it will be the appropriate time to communicate with the customer, and only 30% think no, morning time, that means 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. will be the appropriate time to communicate with the customer. And it's pretty much common sense. If you call someone, if you call a customer at midnight and offering wonderful offer, they definitely give you a irritative response. And our next question is by this question we will to measure how much formal telecommunication has impact on customer relationship. And here we see 6 out of 15 employees they think 40 to 60% customer relationship is directly impact by the formal telecommunication, and 40 to and 5 out of 15 think it's no, it's 20 to 40%, and none of them think it's 0 to 20%. And in this part, we have to find out what would be the best substitute of telecommunication. Here we see almost all of them could be the best substitute according to the company. Like here we see the face-to-face communication. If a company like Grameenphone, if they want to conduct a face-to-face communication, then it would be tough to them, because it's not possible for them to go every customer door to door and ask them what offer they are liking. And here we see every criteria could be the best substitute for telecommunication. And by interviewing them and why they think email and SMS and social media and face-to-face communication would be the best alternative. And here we see email. They think email is effective way to customer acquisition, and SMS is less time consuming and less costly, and social media larger number of customer can be communicated through social media, as we all have now using social media, and face-to-face communication, and it depends on actually the companies strategy, how they want to try, how they want to communicate with their customer. And this is our last analysis question. And if the business does not follow telecommunication at all, will they face any kind of problem? And most of the employees think yes, they will face problem, and 8 out of 15 employees think they would face problem, and 7 out of them think no, they would not face any kind of major problem. And that was from my part, and I would like to call Shihab to conduct this part.
Thank you, Muslim. I'm talking about 5 findings. So all of our analysis, then we find some information because formal communication is the worldwide international business communication, and for the time being and conservative. So that's not conservative, and I just to look at. Formal communication is 40 to 60% communication with the customer relationship to build a good relationship. Then employees think that they should 3 to 6 minutes to talk about and continue to good service for all other members to communicate all around the world. And then 40% of the employees get natural response to key when communication or customer design for 6 to 12 p.m. Then formal communication 40% to 60% to communicate formal information to SMS, email, and that's all the communication skill. And 53% employees think that they will be measured the problem of they don't follow formal communication. And this is the time conservation, and I am in of this. And Papa, you continue.
Thank you, audience, for being patient. Now I am going to tell about the recommendations. After doing the analysis, we are all can say that formal telecommunication can build a good customer relationship for our company. And there are some recommendations we can recommend. First recommendation is they should contact with the customer at their available time, so that they can pair the customer's convenience time to get contact with the customers, to build a good customer relationship. Second is they should take less time as they can to deliver their message to the customers, so that they can get a friendly reaction from the customer. And third recommendation is they can also choose short message SMS system, email, or social media to build up a good customer relationship when they will think that formal communication is not good enough to build a good customer relationship with the customers to run the business successfully. And this is the conclusion of this presentation, in the conclusion, we can say that telecommunication or communicating over telephone is most dynamic way to communicate with the customers, and we can say that to build a good customer relationship, formal telecommunication will be the best way to build a good customer relationship by doing this survey and by doing this research. And that's all for our presentation. Any question from the customer, you can from the audience, you can ask us. Thank you.
We did go a little over time. There are 15 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay, not a little, actually, quite a bit. Anyone who has any questions, please do ask. Yeah, ask them if you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a mistake. We have one hypothesis, but mistakenly we write hypothesis. That's the. We are very sorry.
Was this question?
No, sir. If you have any question, you can ask.
Yeah, I will ask, not this one.
I think title is correct. It's because
No. We have one hypothesis, but the title was mistakenly written.
Is the title mistakenly written?
Hypothesis.
it's okay. Like we are having only one hypothesis. It is supposed to be I instead of he.
Okay, we're not talking about typos, right? So questions should be regarding the material, but thank you for that. Sorry. There was the first question of your analysis part. Is there any other question that you guys want to ask? Best approach to communicating. May I know the logic behind, we have formal, we have informal. Yes, sir. In the graph, right? But then again, we have email, mobile. Right?
Mobile SMS.
So, could you give me the logic behind? I'm sure there is one. That why email is not part of formal, neither informal. And similarly, mobile is also not a part of informal or formal. They are separate. Email and
Yes, sir.
the logic behind it.
Supposed to answer.
No, anyone can answer.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't even see you guys. Could you come like spread out a little? Yes. Anyone who feels like answering, you can.
So here, what did we do? We tried to specify. All right. We could put email under, let's say, formal communications. We could put it under informal communication as well. All right. But we tried to specify just to find out their tendency. What do they think? All right. That's because we are doing BBA. We will be known to so many factors, so many terms, which will be unknown to other people as well outside this organization, who were expected not to have such kind of, even a BBA degree as well, right? Yeah. So there were a variety of employees, okay, and that's why basically we tried to come up with this idea in such a way. So we tried to specify so that we can find out their tendency, the way they think, and we'll be adding up together to come up with a good, decision that this is the thing we're trying to start with.
Thank you for that. In the next slide, how perfect is this? The title might be a little confusing for the whole audience because they may not be aware of the whole.
That's what I explained actually. I said,
how perfect is what?
How perfect is the answer that we found out? I explained actually, like in formal communication.
Fine, I can ask.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Formal communication, while we accumulated the numbers, percentage, we saw like formal communication was the best approach according to that to get started communicating with customers. So here, how perfect is this? Here the format has been changed in the options. Right? There were actually options in a different way.
Yeah.
Here we gave the options
And
their percentage. We would like,
slides.
we would like to find it out in this form and pattern actually.
Can I say something more? Because the option is, no, the question is how perfect is this? When employee will answer the formal telecommunication is the perfect way to get communicate with the customer, to build a good customer relationship, then he will answer this perspective. Is that I am answering formal communication, so I will answer like 40% to 60% or 60% to 80%. When an employee will answer informal communication, then he will think this in this perspective, that informal communication, he or she think that informal communication will be the best way to communicate with the customer, to build a good customer.
Thanks for the explanation. And if any of the others could also pitch in the response section, you know, when people call, you said
Yes.
some can be irritating, some can show a very irritating nature, some can be much more friendly,
Friendly and
or some are just
neutral.
neutral, they're just delivering information. Could you mention like, could you collect why they're irritating and why that would be relevant to your papers? I just want to know out of curiosity. All right.
Timing is really important, sir. As I said, if you call a customer at late night and offering him a wonderful offer, then he is definitely going to give you a irritative response. And that's why we try to relate when we should call to our customer to communicate.
And also, I would like to add up something else. That is, if you think about their mood, alright, doesn't matter if we say like, yeah, anytime we can call them up, no problem. But think about the mood, alright. Let's say I have been scheduled to call him by 12 p.m. I mean 11:50, let's say p.m. And this is a bad time to get them back. Call, right? But as I have been scheduled, if it happens, he or she is expected to behave me well, something like that. But if it happens, he or she is behaving badly with me. Why is that? Because of his mood, right? He is in a bad mood, or he or she is in a good mood as well. So based on those factors, actually.
All right. If there are no other questions.